Hello YouTubers, I'm Justin and today on Dashandrun we're going to be doing an unboxing and review of the latest Fujifilm Instax camera, and this one's the Wide 300. So what I want to do is basically show you what you get in the box, show you some of the camera features, and then I'll give you a wrap up at the end. Anyway, let's go and see what we actually get in this box and we'll go from there. Okay, so this is everything that came in the box that I showed you earlier. It came with a couple of manuals, 4 AA batteries, a strap, a close-up and mirror lens for doing selfies, and the camera itself. Now there was no film included in the box, so you have to supply that yourself. So that's everything you got with the Instax Wide 300. So next, let's go and have a bit of a closer look at the camera and we'll go from there. Okay, so let's have a look at the camera itself, and as you can see you've got the viewfinder here, you've got a flash, you've got the trigger firing button there, you've got the mount for the strap, and the film comes out the top. Going to the side is where you install the batteries. On the back you open this panel of course to put the film in. You've got a flash control and a brightness control. You've got an LD screen which will give you a display on how many film and what brightness and whether the flash is operating. And on the bottom you have a tripod mount. So that's pretty much everything on this camera. So next let's go and load the batteries, load the film, and I'll take some pictures. And I'll also show you a bit of a comparison between the 210, the previous model. Okay, so just before we carry on and I stick the film in the 300, I brought the previous model, which is the 210, out to show you the difference. Now you can see that the 210 is definitely more angular and rounded and is in this silver colour, and I believe you could get other colours. And the new model is a much more squarer boxer look. Now the older model I always felt had a sort of an earlier look and design to it that I suppose followed the Mini 8 and has sort of gone to a much more sleeker look, which follows the Neo 90 now, which has that more sort of professional look for an Instamatic camera. Now some of the features that are different is that you have a turning dial on the front, and that you have now a tripod mount, which you don't on the previous model, and you also have a LED screen that gives you some of the readout for when your flash and brightness and also how many shots are left, where before you had the LCD screen on the side. So there's some differences between the 210 and the 300. So next, let me go and load the 300 with some film, and I'll take some pictures, show you those, and then I'll give you my wrap up at the end. And as you can see, it's like all the others again, yellow to yellow. And I put the 2 in and close the door, and it should print a blank when I first switch it on. So when I first switch it on, the first one to fire should be just a blank image that will come out like so. So that should be just a blank card protecting the film. So now it's ready, primed to take some shots. So next what I'll do is take a few shots, show you what it's like, and give you my wrap up at the end. Okay, so as I said many times in this video, this is going to be my final wrap up of this camera. Now as you can see, I've got the 210 here and this is the 300 on this side, and overall if you already own the 210 I can't really recommend jumping onto the 300 because the upgrades aren't really that great. I mean, you have a tripod mount and an adjustable lens and an LED screen, but basically all the other features are the same and the quality is no different. So if you already own a 210 wide, don't rush out and buy the 300. But if you don't own a wide Instamatic camera, I would recommend the 300. It's a great camera to have, and it's just that little bit step up from the mini Instamatic format. So it gives you just that little bit more reach and a little bit more size on the Instamatic photo. So it looks just that little bit nicer. Now, I was really hoping that Fuji would finally bring out a Neo 90 style wide format camera, and that hasn't quite happened. So I still live in hope that one day that there will be a wide format camera that is compatible to, or comparable I should say, to the Neo 90 camera. But until that day, I have to say that this is probably the next best thing on the market. Anyway, I'm Justin, and as always, thanks for watching and please subscribe to my channel.